A very good morning to all the students. Hope you all have seen part 1 of chapter 2, First World War and Russian Revolution. In that, we read about the Western Europe and colonialism in Asia and Africa. Now, moving ahead, we'll learn about the factors that caused First World War. The First World War could be considered as one of the most heartbreaking and unforgettable event of the modern world. See, this First World War was there that was most heartbreaking and it was not forgettable also. Events in the modern world. What happened? Many factors that was responsible. What was this factor? The First World War began when it was on 1st August 1914. Germany had defeated France in the Sedan War. See, Germany has had defeated whom? The France. Where? In the Sedan War. Why? Because of which France had to sign the Frankfurt Treaty. That was in the year 1871. And according to which the France had to pay a war fine. See, now what happened? The Germany had defeated France and there was a Sedan war. Why? Because the France had to sign a Frankfurt Treaty, and that was according to the France they had to pay for a war fine as well as give away two of its provision. In this they had to give their provisions. Lorraine and Alsace, this two to Germany, and France had not been able to overcome this humiliation. See, from this the France was not able to come from the humiliations also by giving the two of its provisions. Thus the Frankfurt Treaty itself was cause of First World War. See, this because of this the Frankfurt Treaty was a cause of First World War, and the end of the war sowed the seed of the future war. And when it was the end of this war, and that has sowed the seed of the future war, the other coming wars. And what was the factors? First factor was economic factor. And what was there in that? England has established its vast empire in Asia and Africa. See, England started to establish its empire in Asia and Africa in the year 19th century, and it exploited its colonies economically and became rich, and they started exploiting the people economically and they started becoming rich. Due to industrialization and swift colonization, Europe required huge quantity of raw material. See, due to the industrialization growth was there, and the swift colonization, they were acquiring new colonies. The Europe required huge quantity, they required the huge quantity of raw materials. And in the last quarter of 19th century, in the 19th century, Germany had started the competition to procure, means to obtain the market in Asia and Africa. Then the Germany started, what they started doing, they started supplying cheaper goods in comparison to England and France. See, Germany, they started their trade and they started to supply the same good in the cheaper rates, goods in the compared to that of England and France. And the Afro-Asian markets that England and France dominated, in this they were dominated and thus broke up to Germany. Consequently, there was an intense economic competition between Germany and England, and in this way, there was economic competition between the Germany and England. The next was militarism. Military force was necessary and important for the competition that the European nation got into for expansion. See, we need the military force also. That was also important, and that the European nations got into it for its expansion of the they started expanding their territories and colonies in this way. England, France, Austria, Russia, etc. had begun expanding their military power. They started to expand their military powers. While in countries, the other countries like Japan, Italy, and Germany, compulsorily military training has started, and in this country the military training was started. Production of weapons was increased, and in this way the production of weapons was also increased under the pretext of self-defense, for self-defense. Thus militarism got an impetuous, and military competition added to economic competition. See, the militarism was there, that and the military competition that was there, that was making to the economic competition also, and they created a serious atmosphere of war. And in this way, they created for the economic and militarism both created a war. The next is groupism, secret territories. Groupism and secret territories played a major role in the First World War. See, these two played a major role. Groupism and secret territories. The acquiring secret territories and groupism following making a groups, and that lead to the First World War. The world was divided into two groups. See, they were divided into two groups before First World War. On one side was a group of Germany, Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Turkey. See, on one side, this all were there: Germany, Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Turkey. While on the other side, the other group was of England, France, Russia, and Japan. So there was a feeling, what was a feeling of jealousy, enmity was there, mistrust between them, fear and hatred that involved between the group. And all this thing was, all these feelings that was between the group, and which was an important, that was an important factor for the First World War. The next is the feeling of fierce nationalism. See, the next was what is a fears of national, feeling of fears of nationalism. The independence of Belgium and Greece and the unification of Germany and Italy were the result of nationalism. See, what was the result of nationalism? That the independence of what? Belgium and Greece was there, and unification, there was a unification of Germany and Italy, that was result of nationalism. But when the later on the feeling of nationalism took an extreme and narrow form in Europe, and the feeling of nationalism was in the extreme level in the Europe also. And the economic jealousy, there was a jealousy of economic competitions was there, and the colonialism in Europe, that has increased so much that the national interest of each other that began to clash between them. And the leading European nation began teaching extreme and destructive nationalism to its people. See, with this, the European nation, they started teaching their nations about the extreme destruction that was held in the nationalism to its people. Love for our own nation and hatred for the other nation was encouraged. See, in this, what it was being taught, European nation, they taught that love for our own nation, you should love your own nation, and you should have a hatred for the other nation was encouraged. And this lead also to First World War. The German Chief Kaiser William was the other originator of nationalism and colonialism. See, in this, the German Chief Kaiser was there. He was also the originator. He was originator of what? Nationalism. There was a nationalism and colonialism. And he was over ambitious and believed in world leadership. See, he was over ambitious also, and he was believed in what? World leadership. And he wanted to get things done according to his will, and he wanted to make all the things should run according to his wish, his will only. And with the help of his grand military power, and that was a grand, the feeling of war spread across the other nations. See, because of this, there was a feeling of war was there, and that was spread in the other nations also, as in Germany. And this had resulted in the First World War, and this resulted to the First World War. The next is the role of newspapers. See, in this, the newspaper was one of the factor of First World War. The newspapers of the European nation arose so much of hatred among the people. See, through newspaper, in the write-ups, what was given in the newspaper, that also arose hatred among the people with their mutual derogatory proclivity and exaggerated the false write-ups. See, all these things by spitting venom against the rival nation. See, this hatred was been among the people with the exige and the false write-up. The false write-up was giving by what? By spitting venom, poison against the rival nations. That the rulers of the respective nation, that the rulers who were of the other respective nation, could not even make efforts for what? For establishing peace and harmony. They could not make the effort of establishing peace and harmony. So role of newspaper was also major. The next was the philosophy about war. What was the philosophy about the war? The policy of war is welfare. See what was being said, that the war is their welfare, that would help them. Took root in Europe. In Europe it took root. In Europe it was spread, the policy. The German writer Trotsky published Maxium. See what he has spread. Only the mighty deserves to live. See what he said. Only the mighty only were able to deserve to live. And war alone is a national need. See, war is the only the things that is the national needs. Nietzsche, the German writer, expressed a war as a sacred work. See what he has expressed, a war as a sacred work. The Prince of Austria and his wife were assassinated by being shot at by a member of the Serbian territories organization Black Hand. See what happened. The Prince of Austria and his wife, they were being shot by whom? By a member of Serbian territories organization, that was Black Hand. And Austria blamed Serbia. In this way, the Austria blamed Serbia for the involvement in the act, and in this act they blamed the Serbia and gave an ultimatum to hand over the culprits to Austria within 48 hours. See what they said, you have to give a culprit, you have to send the culprit, to hand over the culprit to Austria within how much? 48 hours. Serbia declared its ignorance in the matter. See, then the Serbia declared what? They declared the ignorance in this matter without listening to anything from Serbia. See, they didn't listen. The Austria didn't listen from Serbia, and Austria declared a war on Serbia. And this way, the First World War had begun with this. Hope you all have understood part 2, and in part 3 we will discuss ahead. Thank you.